relative to the dynamics of inherent superiority and inherent inferiority, I think this is perhaps one of the most powerful, one of the most prevailing, one of the most insidious, one of the most dysfunctional reality that is brought into the workplace that really is pervasive in society. And that is, at its root, a very simple thing, which is that there's a notion that we can carry that there are some people that are inherently superior, and there are other people that are inherently inferior. We can bring this into the workplace by saying the people in the home office, no more, they're superior, and the people out here on the line are inferior. They don't need to be considered in this way. They don't need to know this. They don't need to, we don't need to do this because of whatever. At the bottom level of that, if that notion lives, then it is corrosive because it is untrue. So the notion of inherent inferiority and inherent superiority is a very powerful one. What this tool does, and what Genesis does in Innisfree, is to say we do not want a workplace where any aspect of this notion is lived out. So this tool, as you can imagine, is very complex and powerful. But this tool is designed to aid a process and to stimulate and to call into place process of bringing into our awareness, looking at our vision for the organization and working to ensure that our vision is not contaminated by this corrosive thought, which is that there are some people that are inherently superior and others that are inherently inferior. So again, out of this complexity and out of this insidious assault on humanity, then what we want to do in Innisfree is let's not ignore it. Let's not ignore. We bring these notions in consciously and unconsciously, and they impact our workspace. They can. And we want to do things to help us avoid that. And these tools are here to help us, again, approach this in ways that we don't harm each other, in ways that we can maintain our dignity while we do good hard work to examine if this is operating in Innisfree, and if it is, how do we combat that? I think the larger outcome for me is that we truly try to rid ourselves of something that attacks our humanity and it attacks the humanity of others, and that we become good at that. We develop a greater appreciation of our humanness by examining our own behavior and our own thinking to rid ourselves of things that puts us in a position to aid the assault on humanness. What that means, I think, reduced in its finest element, is to say that we be together in love, we be together in kindness and support, regardless of the differences of our color, our age, our classifications, our physical abilities, our gender, and all of those things. We be together as equals, we be together as peers, we be together as loved ones, rather than we be together with these things that surround us that causes us to behave towards each other in ways that don't dignify our humanness.